Okay, this is a 2013 Ford Focus Titanium Edition. Let's do a walk around. I'll point out anything that I can see from a cosmetic issue. The car actually looks really nice. It's in really good shape externally, like as far as the paint and everything. This tiny little spot right here, I don't know if you can see it, but it's definitely rust coming through from the inside. It's got like minor tiny paint chips like that, but that is eventually going to become an issue. It's tiny right now, but I did notice it. The headlights aren't really foggy, but they've got a little bit of this, rough spot to them. So that's kind of an imperfection as well. Let's continue to walk around. Right here, there is, I don't know if it'll pick it up, there's a tiny little ding right here, probably pulled out or something, and it looks like this tiny little paint chip. That is I think that's all. Oh, we've got a tiny little spot right there. But otherwise, that is all I'm seeing from a cosmetic issue point of view. I don't think there's, oh, we got a little tiny scratch right here as well. But overall, the car's in great cosmetic shape. It looks really, really nice. Let's go ahead. We'll use the remote start. This isn't nearly as much of a challenge. Oh, we've got a little ding right there as well. Let's go ahead and use the remote start quick. Like I said, it's not a challenge. I'll include a video of the remote start from a couple days ago when it was negative 13 degrees out. All right, it's Sunday, December 14th. It is negative 13 degrees out right now. I'm gonna find out if the remote start on the Focus will work. If it does not, we'll have to hop in and use the push button start. Lock button once. There you go. Car has not been started. That's as good as it gets. We can take a look inside actually. Verify the temperature in here. Remote start active. Oh my gosh, it's so cold. Put your foot on brake. You can't, if you don't do that, you can't move it out of gear, so you can start it remotely and not worry about somebody stealing it. Hit the start button as things were normal. Things will come on. See, in the upper left, it says negative 9 degrees Fahrenheit. We can take a look at the infotainment center that's on this larger touchscreen. It's pretty responsive, it gives you a lot of options, settings and stuff. It's really nice. The backup camera is obviously really easy to see because it's so large. As far as the interior, it's full leather interior, and of course it's stitched leather. It looks really nice. There's a little bit of a blemish. I don't know if it's going to show up here. Right here on the seat where it looks like it, I don't know if there was a car seat or something in here. It was rubbed on a little bit. That's about it there. It's got the Focus floor mats. The back seat, also a really nice place to be. Super comfy. Looks really nice. It looks like a car that costs a lot more than the Focus. Here are the seat heaters. So turn those up or down. The power seat controls, forward and back, up and down, and then you have the recline function as well. So again, it's a really nice little car, and it looks great. You've got the fold down here with the cup holders in it. It's a great place for passengers. The seats are back pretty far. Scooted forward a little bit. It gets a little bit cramped back here with 4 adults in here, but certainly comfortable enough. I've driven around with people in the back seat before and no complaints. Back in the trunk, everything's super clean back here. You can see the Sony little subwoofer that it's got. Let's go ahead and hop in here before we take it for a drive. You can see remote start is active. I think the touch screen is blank. There's no RPM showing or anything like that. You can't steer the car when the remote start is active. This gets locked, and you can't move the gear shifter. So that's why it's okay to remote start your car and let it idle outside, and it's not going to get stolen. To engage the normal car, you just put your foot on the brake, hit the push button start like normal, and everything comes to life. So super cool. Let's go ahead and take it for a little drive. Okay, so behind the wheel of this 2013 Ford Focus Titanium Edition. The Titanium Edition is kind of the luxury version of the Ford Focus. So it comes with a bunch of features you wouldn't necessarily expect to see on a Focus, or what you would actually encounter on any other Focuses up for sale that aren't in this category. From an exterior perspective, it comes with, I think, 18 or 19-inch alloy wheels, and it comes with fog lights. But most of the upgrades and niceties are on the interior of this car. It comes with full leather interior, it comes with a power driver's seat, heated front seats, remote start, push button start, a larger 8-inch color touchscreen that's great, of course, for like the backup camera and all that kind of stuff. It also comes with a premium Sony 10-speaker sound system. It sounds really nice as well. As far as heading down the road, it drives really well and it rides really well. A little bit on the stiff side as far as I'm concerned, but it handles really nice, drives really nice. It's a much nicer car than what you would expect it to be. So if you've driven like a Focus SE, that most of those are really kind of low options models, this car feels quite a bit different from that. In regard to reliability of these cars, they got a bad rap due to the Ford PowerShift automatic transmission. Now, the PowerShift automatic transmission is not an automatic transmission. It's actually, I think it's a 6-speed manual transmission with a clutch, but it's shifted and the clutch is controlled by a computer. Ford did not do a very good job with programming that computer, and so they had a lot of issues with them. In fact, Ford extended the warranty on these Focuses to 10 years and 150,000 miles. Since this is 2013, it is out of warranty at this point. If that's a concern for you, I know you can get powertrain warranties on these cars, I think as low as about $20 a month. So, no problems with this car, no check engine lights, no mechanical issues that I'm aware of. It's just a really nice running car and really nice driving car. The tires and brakes were replaced about 25,000 miles ago, so you shouldn't have any issues with that. In addition, it recently had a 100,000 mile service, so the serpentine belts were replaced, the water pump was replaced as part of that, all the hoses were replaced, the idler pulleys, coolant was flushed, brake fluid was flushed. So all of that's taken care of. Spark plugs were replaced as part of that as well. It just got a fully synthetic oil change, so whoever buys this car, I don't think you're going to need to do anything at all to it for at least 5,000 miles until the next oil change is due. Now, I bought this car, I think I might be the second owner. I bought this car back in 2019, so 6.5 years ago. And the reason why I chose the Focus Titanium, I was looking specifically for a Focus Titanium, is I had a really good experience with a rental car in Denver and taking that car up into the mountains up to Breckenridge, and it did really well. And that Focus SE had some of the options this Titanium did. It was really a nice rental car, to be honest, and I was moving away from an Infiniti FX35, and I wanted still to have all those creature comforts and to have something that was nice but was just less expensive and better on gas. Speaking of gas mileage on this, you should expect freeway fuel economy of about 40 miles per gallon. It depends on how fast you're driving. If you're driving in 60 up to 70, you can be over 40 miles per gallon. Once you get above 70, it's right at about 40 or a little bit under. It drops quick once you get above 70. And then as far as around town, you should expect mixed driving in the wintertime like this. It's probably going to be in the low 30s. And if you really take it easy, you might get a little bit better than that. But that's what you should expect. Purely in town, only city driving, you can expect, I think, upper 20s for it, especially in winter where it's colder and you don't get quite as good a fuel economy. So onto this car in terms of how it drives and how the transmission is. I know that's the biggest concern that people have. When it's cold out, you can't tell that, it's a power shift, automatic manual transmission. It behaves super duper well, no problems. Everything is kind of seamless. These transmissions in the clutch system have a tendency to have a little bit of clutch chatter in first gear, taking off from a stop or shifting from first to second when it's really hot out, or after very long drives. That can happen as well. I've had it happen with this car since I got it. It's just one of those things where it's not as good as it really should be from a manufacturer standpoint. But a lot of people get, 150,000 miles with no problems on these. Now, this particular car is what they call a lemon law car. And I have the documentation for this, and it has nothing to do with the powertrain, nothing to do with the transmission control module or any of those issues. About 5 years after I think the original owner bought this car, I get the feeling they just wanted a new car. And so they made a complaint to Ford that the floorboard was wet on the passenger side. Ford went ahead and took a look at it. They said that the air conditioning drain was plugged. So they unplugged it, water came out. They said that was the problem. Then the owner brought it back to Ford saying, they had moisture again on the floor mats. So Ford took a look at it again and they said, okay, well, maybe it's the windshield. And I think they replaced a windshield seal. And then the owner brought it back again saying, oh, now there's water in the back floor mats. And this is just stuff that doesn't happen after 5 years. So it really feels sketchy to me that there were truly problems. I feel like the owner probably just went through a car wash with the windows down and then, wanted a different car. Anyway, at that point, it was the third time that it had returned to Ford, so it became a lemon law car. In addition, there was a minor bump this car got into, and I mean that when I say minor bump. Back in 2022, there's a photo that I've added to Marketplace you can take a peek at. All that happened is the rear bumper cover got cracked in. It was no big deal. The repairs were handled under insurance through Caliber Collision, and I have the receipts and everything for that. I think it was like $1,000. They included replacing the bumper cover, the plastic piece, and painting it. It was really minor. So other than that, the car, I don't think has ever had any issues. I certainly haven't had any reliability issues with it, and it's been a great little car for me. It's been super nice to have all of the creature comforts and to feel like it's a really nice car without costing a lot of money, and also just getting really great fuel economy everywhere it goes. The tires are Michelin on this car, so it does ride a lot nicer than I think you're going to find for a lot of Focuses out there, and it kind of holds with that, titanium next level of caliber of a car. I mean, what can I say? It's actually a really nice little car. It's not a Mercedes-Benz or something like that, but it's about as good as you're going to be able to get in a small car. If you're looking to compare it to like a Honda Civic or a Toyota Corolla, probably going to spend an extra $3,000 or $4,000 for an equivalent Civic or Corolla versus this Focus in terms of the quality of the car overall. I guess I'll show the interior ambiance lighting or whatever it's on here, and turn it on or off and cycle through different colors. It's another one of the options the titanium has. So kind of neat. Just another one of those upscale options on this particular car. So I also had a request to show the gauge panel while the engine was running from somebody. So here we are. Anything that people wanted to see. Whoops, I'm on the instrument cluster. So 40 miles on this, 36.7 miles per gallon. That was mostly freeway and highway. So if that was of value, of course we have over here the infotainment center that I've shown in a previous video. And I think that's probably everything. So thanks.